from today onwards we are going to start with the new unit, that is structural organization in animals. So what do you mean by structural organization? What is the importance of structural organization in animals? Why the animal or the organism should have the structural organization, proper structural organization? What is the importance? Is it okay if no structural organization? Heng bekandur idru naditati organism? No. If a organism is present, then it should have a proper structure, it should have a proper functioning of those cells. Okay. So in this unit we are going to deal with the structural organization. For an organism to develop or the organism to have a proper shape, there are many cells or tissues which are playing very specific role. Okay. So that it can provide a proper shape, proper structure to the organism. So in the last, while studying with the animal kingdom, we have studied that cells. What do you mean by cell? Now you all become pro in that. Okay. So after finishing the cell, you have become pro and everybody can tell what do you mean by cell. So tell me, what do you mean by tissue? In that cell, again unicellular and multicellular. Cell is the only thing which is controlling us, okay, which is doing all the work. So in that cell, again unicellular organism and multicellular organism we have seen while dealing with the animal kingdom. So what do you mean by unicellular? Which is having only one cell, okay, which is having only one cell, and that cell is going to perform all the necessary function like excretion, respiration, everything is going to be done by that one single cell. Okay. In some organism, the unicellular organism, everything is done like excretion, movement, respiration, everything, digestion, everything is done by that one single cell. But whereas in higher organism like which are multicellular, higher organism, this will be in case of lower organism. Okay. So in multicellular organism the organization will be differing, and in the multicellular organism there will be multi-celled state. Okay, there will be multi-cells in one organism. So the cell may be unicellular or multicellular. In lower organism, the one cell is going to perform all the necessary function, but whereas in multicellular organism, for one specific function there are many cells involved. There are many type of cells involved to perform one specific function. Okay, that we see in case of higher organism like us. So for respiration there are many different type of cells, and for excretion there are many different type. For digestion, everything, there are vast variety of types of cells. Okay, so this is nothing but your cells. So what do you mean by tissue? Okay, group of cells which are aggregate, okay, which are coming together and they are going to perform one particular function. Okay, so for example heart cell. Okay, in the heart cell there are some specific cell which are only meant for the formation of heart and that particular function. Okay, for the pumping of blood. For example, for respiration. Okay, and for respiration the cells are aggregate and forming tissue. For that tissue they are performing one particular function, that is respiring. Okay, so like this cells are aggregating and forming the tissues. Okay, cells aggregate and form tissues. Okay, so these are the level of organization. Already we have dealt about it, but I am revising once again so that the further concept will be clear. So next what comes? And these tissue aggregate and form, very good, organ. Okay, here what happens? Tissues are going to be aggregated. So can you give me one example for any kind of organ? Can you give me any specific type of organ? Yeah, very good, kidney. Okay, kidney. Example for organ is kidney. Now these organs are aggregating and forming organ system. Okay, so here organs are going to be aggregating. So this is the basic idea. Have a clear idea. So first our life started with a single cell. Okay, so after evolution the multicellular organism came, but before that try to understand cell in that two types, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular, all essential function is done by only that particular cell, like excretion, respiration, whatever the food, digestion, everything is done by only single cell, and that type of cell we call it as unicellular, and it is seen in the lower organism. Okay, next we see that in that cell only multicellular. Okay, multi means many. There are presence of many type of cells which are present in one organism, and they are performing different functions. Okay, in the higher organism like humans, we are multicellular and we have different type of cells to perform one particular function. So tissues are nothing but cells are aggregated. Okay, different type of cells are aggregated and they are going to form the tissue, and that tissue is going to form the organ. Okay, so they are going to perform one different function. Okay, all together, all cells together are going to perform one single function, that we call it tissue. Next, these tissue are going to aggregate and form the organ. Okay, so kidney and your heart is also your organ, that is also nothing but your tissues are going to be aggregated and they are going to be formed as a organ. These organs are aggregated and they are going to form a organ system. Can you give me one example for organ system? Very good, digestive system. Yeah, so in digestive system there is a involvement of salivary gland, there is a involvement of alimentary, and there is a involvement of many different organs, and that organs are coming together and performing one particular function, that is digestion. Okay, so the food we eat, that is going to be digested with the help of digestive system, and to form this entire digestive system there is the involvement of multiple organs like salivary gland, alimentary gland, okay, and the intestine, everything is involved. So that is nothing but your organ system, many organs coming together and they are going to form they are going to perform one particular function. So understood, no? This one, have a clear idea after what is going to be coming. Okay, so now we are going to study in detail about tissue, because in our body, the multicellular organism specifically, the tissues are playing very important role. Okay, so to form one particular structure, to give one particular shape to the organism, these tissues are going to play very important role. So we are going to study everything, every detail about the tissue in the structural organization of in the animals. Okay, so this is very important chapter and please listen carefully. It may be confusing for you. Okay, so if you listen and if you clarify it today itself, you will be understanding everything. Okay, so overview. So what is overview? We are going to study, or we will have an overview about this chapter, what all we are going to study in this particular chapter. Okay, first we are going to study about the tissues and its type. Very important. We are going to study each and every tissue, and in our human multicellular organism mainly there are only 4 type of tissue, okay, and they are further classified. We will study in detail, but we are going to study about tissue and different types. Second one, different types. In that tissue again subdivision is there, we are going to study that also. Okay, after finishing we are going to study the morphology, that is organ system. Now I have briefly described, that all, that is organ system. We are going to study everything in this chapter, and after this we are going to study morphology and anatomy of few organisms. Okay, morphology and anatomy of few organisms. In that the first one will be earthworm, and second one will be frog. Okay, cockroach is deleted, but if time permits I will complete that also. Okay, for time being, remember we are going to start with the tissue. Today we will start with the tissue, that is epithelial cell, and later we will study all these different type of what we can say tissue, and next in that subdivision is there. Okay, in the epithelial tissue again subdivision, we will study that also. Next we are going to study about the organ and organ system. We will have an overview of these. Next in detail we are going to study about the morphology and anatomy of these organisms. First one your farmer's friend, that is earthworm, and second one frog. So tell me, in which category earthworm comes? We have completed the animal kingdom. You should know the classification and also in which category they belongs. Tell me, anybody remembers? Ma'am, animal kingdom animal ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೈತ್ರಿ. Is that true? Then tell me. I have dealt everything in very detail, very beautifully. After 1 month vanished. Yeah, earthworm. I am not audible clearly, so tell me. Yeah, Annelida or arthropoda? Very good. Okay, it is coming under the earthworm is coming under the Annelida. Okay, and frog. Hey, frog, amphibian. Good. ಹಂಗ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ನೀವು ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರ ಎನಿಲಿಡಾ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿರುಗ್ತಾವ ತಲೆ ಒಳಗೆ. Okay, so try to understand why not arthropoda. Arthropoda means jointed limbs. Okay, they should have a jointed limbs. Earthworm is having jointed limbs. It is jumping towards you. Then why you are telling as arthropoda? Okay, earthworm is coming under the Annelida. Okay, try to remember this. And frog, it is coming under amphibians because it is living in both water and in the terrestrial form. Understood? Clear? Shall we move further? Shall we start with the tissues today? Okay. And before that, I will tell you what all you need to concentrate while studying the tissue. Okay, whenever you study about tissue, you should have a clear cut idea about the location, okay, where it is found. Don't tell me it is found in multicellular organism, okay, I don't expect that. In that body where the tissues are found, because we are going to study everything in detail. And next you need to tell me about the, or you should have a clear cut idea about the structure, okay, what type structure. What type of structure, okay. Next, and most importantly the function, okay, and the function. Okay, and the function. So whenever you study about any kind of tissue, you need to tell me about the location, you need to tell me about the structure, and also if any types or subtypes are there, and you should tell me that also, and very importantly the function, because function determines the structure, okay, because function determines or decides the structure. Because based on the function only the structure will be like that, okay. Why the structure will have a specificity is mainly because their function is going to vary, because we are multicellular and our organs or our tissue are not going to do same kind of function, because everything is not digestive, okay, everything is not having digestive system only. There are many different type of organs in that tissue, okay. So many type of tissue will be present in that organ, so specificity is there. What type of tissue, what type of function it does, based on the function the structure is formed, okay. So main the function is important, based on that function it is going to form the structure, okay. What is the necessity, based on that the structure is going to be varied, okay. So understood till here, everything is clear. We'll start with the tissues, okay. Now coming back to the overview. So tissue I have already told you. So what do you mean by tissue? Tissues are group of cells, okay. I have told you already, but it is a definition. Try to understand what are tissue. Tissue means group of cell having common origin, okay, they are originated from common and they perform similar function and they perform similar function and they are having similar structure, okay. So tissues are nothing but which have a same origin, which have the same structure, which performs similar function, okay. So this is the definition of tissue. Try to understand, try to analyze what that definition is going to tell you. So tissues are nothing but these are the cells, okay. Tissues are nothing but obviously these are cells and they are common origin, they have a common origin and they have similar structure and they are going to perform similar function. It is nothing but your tissue, okay. Based on the function, okay, based on the function of tissues, again they are categorized into 4 different types, okay. They are categorized into 4 different types. Try to understand carefully. First one is epithelial cell, okay. First one is epithelial cell and they are mainly performing the function of protection and absorption, okay. They are mainly performing the function of protection and absorption. So tell me where it can be found. Epithelial cell, where it can be found? When I said it is, yeah, very good, okay, very good. It is mainly found in skin. Location, and try to understand, when we study about the epithelial cell, there are two types. Okay, one epithelial cell which is present, or the location will be two. First one will be outside, second one inside. For outside, the skin is an example, but what about inside? What about inside? That is a separate connective tissue. See, if this is a alimentary canal, okay, I just telling you, try to understand the inner lining. Okay, the inner lining will be made up of epithelial tissue. Okay, so when we say epithelial cells are present inside to the body, that is nothing but the inner lining. Okay, the inner lining of the body, we can say that it is inside to that body. Okay, so outside is highly keratinized. Okay, take it down, keratinized, and inside it is not keratinized. So when we study that skin, it is present outside and many layers are present and mainly helpful for the protection purpose. Okay, so that is the main thing. And again here types are there, we will study, but before we will have an idea that types of tissues. So in the tissues there are mainly 4 different types. Okay, in the tissue there are mainly 4 different types. Tissues are nothing but the group of cell which are having the common origin and performing the essential function, that is same function, and they are having same structure. So tell me one thing, I have categorized these into 4 types, but how these cells differentiated, or what are the origin of these tissue, how they have came and how they have differentiated them with the help of one another? According to their function. But before, how they have assigned themselves to form the epithelial cell, to form the connective cell, to form the muscular tissue and neural tissue. Have we studied about these 3 in the animal kingdom? Martvitira? Germ layers. Okay, whenever the zygote is formed, this is again going to be divided further and they are going to form the 3 layer. Okay, 3 germ layer, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Each layer is specified to perform or to produce certain kind of tissues. Okay, and that tissue only going to aggregate and form the organ. So try to remember with the help of germ layers. Okay, when the zygote is formed, the germ layers are also formed. Okay, further next they are going to be produced as a ectoderm outer layer, mesoderm middle layer and endoderm. From these 3 layers only, from all these 3 layers only, these tissues are going to be differentiated and they are going to form different type of tissue. Okay, from these cells only the tissues are going to be formed. There is a specificity. Understood? So always think how, why and when. Okay, then only you will get a clear concept, clear idea about all these. When I am telling you epithelial, there are different types, how those types came. Okay, what made them to divide and what made them to differentiate among themselves. Okay, it should be a question as a student to yourself. Okay, then you need to have or you need to analyze. Okay, understood now? From these germ layers only the cells are going to be differentiated. Okay, based on that again there are 4 types. First one is epithelial. Okay, the covering. Okay, either it may be outer covering or it may be a inner covering. Based on that the tissue are called as epithelial cell, and the main function of this epithelial tissue, okay, the main function of this epithelial tissue is protection and absorption. Okay, this is the main function when we study about the epithelial tissue. Next, the second one is connective tissue. So what do you mean by connective? Name itself will give you an idea that connective tissue is something is there which is connecting. Okay, so connective tissue are mainly helpful to connect or to bind to one another. Okay, so connective tissue is nothing but which connects, okay, which connects one cell with the another cell or one tissue with the another tissue. So this is nothing but a function of the connective tissue. The name itself tells you that it is going to connect something. What is that something? The tissue of another cell. Okay, so it is mainly helpful for connection. Next, muscular tissue. Okay, so what do you mean by muscular tissue? Why it is helpful? What type of movement? You are doing relaxation, okay, contraction, relaxation, freely you can move your hands, your legs, everything you can move. Why? Because these type of muscular cells are helping for the movement. Okay, so whenever there is a movement of hands, legs, like this, everything is because of the presence of muscular tissue. Okay, understood? So there is the fourth type of tissue, that is neural tissue. Neural tissue is nothing but whenever first class, okay, you got the nice appreciation from ma'am. So whenever you got appreciation, you reacted to that. Okay, you reacted to that. So that is nothing but it is sending message to your neurons. Okay, so in that neural tissues are going to be helping. So ma'am is appreciating us, so you should feel happy. That message is sent by this neural tissue. And also whenever you touch any hot substance, you will immediately withdraw your hands, or you will keep there also. There you will keep there only. No, you will drag immediately, like if your hand is going to be burned. Okay, so why? Because your neural cells will help you. No, don't touch this object, this is very hot, or else you are going to burn your hands. So whenever there is a immediate withdrawal of hand, so whenever these kind of stimulus is given, that type of stimulus is going to be transferred from one neuron to another and finally to your brain, is because of the neural tissue. Okay, and mainly here the neurons are helping for the transmitting of the or sending the message or sending the stimulus. So I will tell you once again, that is there are mainly 4 types of tissue because their function determines their structure, and all these tissue came from the germ layers. Okay, germ layers. Next, there are 4 types tissues are already we have read about that, and tissues in that 4 type: epithelial, connective, next muscular, and next neural tissue. Okay, so the epithelial tissue mainly helping for the protection and absorption. Next, it is mainly helpful for connective, it is connecting something, and next that is muscular tissue for the movement like contraction and relaxation. Everything is depending on this muscular tissue, because whenever boys or anybody does the gym and all, they are going to tell, ayyo muscle crack agbidutte, that is nothing but, or else muscle catch agbudu, that is nothing but because of this muscular tissue. And next, this is neural tissue. Why it is used? Mainly helpful for the sending of stimulus. Whenever whatever the message is there or whenever the stimulus is there, everything is sent out with the help of this neural tissue. Okay, so understood about this? Any difficulty till now? Okay, so this is a overview about the structural organization. So in today's class, today's section we have seen that how the cells are originated and what they are forming: cells, tissue, organ system, and also we have seen the overview that what all we have going to study in the structural organization of animals and why this chapter is important, because we need to understand each and every type of tissue and what they are doing, what the function and where they are locating and what made those structure to perform that particular function. And also we have seen the types of tissues. This is very important. Try to have a differentiation between all these, because in next we are going to study in detail about every tissue, because in tissue again simple epithelium ಒಳಗ ಮತ್ತೆರಡು ಟೈಪ್ ಅದಾವ: simple epithelium, compound epithelium, and again simple epithelium. There is classification. Okay, so you will get confused, so avoid those confusion. You need to have a clear cut idea about all these. So first, there are mainly 4 types, and in next session we are going to study in detail about this epithelium tissue. Okay, how they are formed, what function they are doing, how many types are there, and what is the importance. So to understand that, you should be having all these things in your mind. This is the overview and everything we will study in detail. Okay, so try to concentrate, try to study, try to work hard. Okay, so take care students, we'll meet in the next session. Okay, bye.